All right, let's get started with some new material. Welcome to Mr. Chair's Algebra 1 class. We're going to be looking at, from your Google Classroom, we're looking at 7.1, or for anyone else watching on the internet, we're talking about polynomials at the Algebra 1 level. And let's talk about degree first of all. So from your 7.1 worksheet, you want to follow along with me, I've been looking at problem 2 here. And we have here, say we have a polynomial, 1/3 times x to the 5th, and they want to know what the degree is. Okay, the degree, I'll take some notes with me here. The degree is simply the highest power. That's it, or exponent, for those of you who like to use a different word. That's okay. Exponent. Yada, yada, yada. So now we also have another thing. We don't talk about not just degrees, we talk about terms. The number of terms here will be 1. You see here there's only one term. So let's take the next problem here. Let's go to, let's take problem 5. I guess even this is not really new material yet because we covered this already in class, but we'll cover it already. Look at problem 5. We have 10 plus 4p to the 3rd power. Well, let's think about here. What's the degree of this polynomial? Well, the highest power is 3. So this is our degree. 3. How many terms are there? Make sure we can see that, yeah. Fix our lighting there a little bit. There we go. Hopefully not too bad. Perfect. Number of terms, well, we have 2 because we're separated. Terms are separated by pluses and minuses, right? Addition and subtraction, pardon me, to be perfectly accurate. So we're going to introduce one more thing here. This is called standard form. Or at least one more thing for this problem here. Standard form is we start with the highest power, which means we start with highest degree. There you go. Or highest power, pardon me. And descend. So here, our highest power is 4p to the 3rd power. So we should write it in standard form as 4p to the 3rd power plus 10. There you go. Perfect. So that's how we look at the standard form here. You have to rearrange that, and we want to get used to writing polynomials always in standard form. That's the first section. Let's talk about adding and subtracting polynomials now. That's the next stage. So let's look at another problem here. Let's do a little headline for this page, though. We're going to add and subtract polynomials. I'm just going to do my abbreviation there. Okay, so let's take a look at problem 10. We have here 3j squared minus 7j plus 1, and all that is in parentheses. We're going to be adding over here as well. We have, in another parentheses, we have a negative here. Don't miss, you know how, really big point about negatives. Okay, I'm going to write a little faster here. I might be write faster in the future. I'll speed it up. Okay, moving on. Let's highlight, to add and subtract a polynomial, we have to combine like terms. This is key. You can't just add things together. You can't add a j to a number that does not contain another j. Same thing here. You can't add a j squared to just a regular j to the first. So let's combine just our j squareds, and we get 3j squared plus minus 6j squared. So that means we're going to show just a little work here for this first one. Pardon me, that has a j squared too. So it's 3 minus 6j squared. That reduces down to negative 3j squared. Let's look at the next one now. Let's look at we have negative 7j plus negative 4j. That's going to get us negative 11j. We're going to have 1 plus 9 now. That's going to be 10. And we're done. We have to ask ourselves, is this in standard form? Yes, because we have the highest power first. So about next, what's the degree of this polynomial? It's 2. And how many terms do we got? We got 3. So that's just another recap of the polynomials in our running thing. You should be able to add and subtract them. Be careful about double negatives when we talk about subtraction. Let's look at a subtraction problem that has a double negative now. Just to demonstrate it, we'll be going to problem 14 if you're using the same worksheet as me. Let's talk about subtraction now. We got 3y squared minus 6y plus 9. I'm going to go first, write a little faster here. Get better at YouTubing and learn to speed that up. A little video formatting. Okay, so we just simply combine them, and we just have to be careful. We have 3y squared minus 6y squared. That just gives us negative 3y squared. No problem. We got negative 6y minus minus. And here's where it really counts. You got to pay attention to those negatives. 2 negatives. We add them. And I write my ones. I know some teachers don't, but I like to just see it. So that's 1y positive. And we got now 9 minus minus 2. So that's 9 plus 2. And there it is. It's in standard form. Degree is 2. And 3 terms. Doing great. Let's move on to the next part. And that's what I had for finding the sum of difference. Let's look at another video here shortly. Let me see if there's anything else I want to cover from just this first section. I don't think so. Okay. Find the sum or difference. You have some challenge problems around, but you also have the answer key. And so I'll take this break here, and we will do 7.2 next. Thank you, and have a great day, Algebra 1.